Hello folks, and thank you very much for joining me on the talk for BEd Primary. My name's Andy Brown, and I have the joy and privilege of being the head of the degree course and working with a really wonderful team of people and colleagues and of course students within Stranmillis. And life at Stranmillis, it's a wonderful experience. It's a great place to work, it's a great place to study, and it's a great place to live. I know so many people, and for them, teaching has been an aspiration all of their life, and trying to get to Stranmillis has been an aspiration for all of their life. Of course, as you'll know from the other web links, we run a variety of degree courses here, and but I like to think that Stranmillis is probably best known for initial teacher education. And notice I don't call it teacher training. Teacher training is a phrase that I don't even acknowledge. We don't train teachers. You train somebody to do the very thing that you tell them to do and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Teachers are autonomous professionals. We educate the next generation of teachers, and that's what we do in the BEd Primary Degree course here at Stranmillis. Teaching is, of course, the profession in the world I think there's probably no more privilege to be involved with, to take young hearts and young lives and young minds, to turn them out into tomorrow's citizens and today's citizens is a most incredible experience. I've been involved in education all of my life, and most of the staff who deliver in Stranmillis, and practically all of the staff who deliver in the BEd Primary Degree course, have been teachers. And so we have that inbuilt into us, that pastoral care, that desire to do our best for our students. It started when we became teachers with that pastoral care and that desire to do our best for children and for young people. It's a calling, it's a vocation, and it's something about which I'm really passionate, and I know my colleagues are too. And the students who come here are really passionate about that. And for many of you, as you think about whether this is the right course for me, you will already know because you'll already be on that journey. You'll be involved with organisations, with sporting organisations, with youth organisations, through a range of activities, through your local churches, whatever they happen to be, and you'll have come up through those organisations yourself, and you'll have gone to that stage of becoming a young leader and then an older leader, and you'll suddenly realise that, you know, I'm good at this, or I enjoy this, or this gives me a real buzz, and I love it. I love it when I see those young children or the younger folks I'm working with, that when that light bulb moment happens. And so the vocation of teaching is one that runs deep, and it's incredibly rewarding. It's a challenging job, of course it is. And to be a teacher is the role where you probably have to multitask most. You have to be someone who can present, who can engage, who can enthuse and motivate, who can manage a classroom, manage 30 children, manage other professionals and other adults in the room. There's an awful lot to it. But it's one of the things that we look at with you. And if you're that sort of person who feels that you're up for that challenge, well then you're the sort of person that we definitely want to see coming to Stranmillis. And this last year has shown us just how demanding it can be to be a teacher. The demands of online working during a COVID pandemic, the demands of being able to keep children enthused and motivated throughout the most difficult year that any of us have ever known or experienced. Teachers have risen and always rise to the demands and the challenges that life throws at them, and probably no more so than this incredible year that we've just gone through. It is a demanding job, but boy, is it worth it. To see those faces, to see that moment when it clicks, to see those young people, those children, those young adults, to know that you have been that person who has defined that concept, taught that rule, shown them how to get from A to B, is incredibly rewarding. And so the challenges and the demands of teaching are something that we go into with our eyes wide open. But let me tell you, on a daily basis, the rewards from teaching far outweigh anything else. It is a humbling experience in many ways. It's incredible to think that we look after every single child in Northern Ireland who comes through our education system, that we're entrusted by their parents, by society, by the local communities to be the ones who help them on the road. And of course, it's not just about our teaching to them, it's about their learning and how nowadays how we help to facilitate that, help them to problem solve, to be skills ready, to develop thinking skills, and to work with other people. And we help to facilitate that with them. An incredible job. And Stranmillis, as I've said, isn't just about teaching. It has a range of other degree courses, but the B.Ed isn't just a teaching degree. Whilst at the end of your degree you'll get two things. You'll get a Bachelor of Education degree in primary education. You'll also get the qualification called Qualified Teacher status. This degree can take you in so many different places. We've had folks leave here and graduate here and go and work within the Prince's Trust, within the Education Department at Stormont, as education officers in a range of organisations out there. And this degree equips you for that. Because it's not just as some other jurisdictions and regions do, bringing people in, giving them some theoretical knowledge and then sending them straight out to learn on the job. It's a 4-year degree where we think about a whole range of the totality about what education means. And I'm going to get into that just now as I talk about the course. So the course is split up really 4 ways in 4 particular areas. We've got curriculum studies, which is the learning about all of the different curriculum subjects within the Northern Ireland curriculum. How do we teach numeracy? How do we teach drama? How do we teach physical education? It's also education studies, and we start to think about what makes the brain work, what makes it tick, how do children learn, what are their barriers to learning, how do we deal with those who have special and additional needs. Then we have our professional studies and placement, where we learn about what it means to be a teacher, the nuts and bolts about being a teacher within a classroom situation. And then allied to the professional studies and placement course, there is your school placement, where you go out and you put into practice what you've learned in all of your course, but especially in the professional studies and placement course, where we think about the role of the teacher, the different ways to teach, how to behaviour manage, etc., etc. We also have within the course, within curriculum studies, the choice of 9 areas of specialism. I'm not going to go through them all now in case I forget them, but they're all listed on the website. So you get to choose to specialise over your first 3 years in a particular branch. How you do that is entirely up to you. So maybe you've decided throughout school, and maybe you have shown aptitude in school for art and design, and you've taken that the whole way up to A level. And you might decide, well then I want to continue my specialism, my study in that when I get to Stranmillis. Or maybe the exact opposite is true. Maybe you've decided that you've gone through school and you've specialised in art and design, done it to A level, and you're now a very proficient artist, and you want to tick that box off your list, but when you come here, you want another string to your bow. So maybe you'll do something radically different, like science and technology. So the specialisms are there for you to be able to dig into how we deliver a particular subject area in a little bit more detail. So at Stranmillis, you're here to be a student, you're here to be a young professional teacher in learning as we educate you. And life at Strand, it's busy. The timetable is busy, but our facilities here we're exceptionally proud of. We've an award-winning, an award-nominated library service upstairs in Stranmillis. We've got ICT facilities and everything that you will need. We have a learning support centre that helps you to create your own resources. We have courses in blended learning, which were extremely useful for us during this year of the pandemic. And so all of the resources that you will need, whether physically or online, are available for you. There is also our Communication and Skills Centre for those who struggle a little bit with essay writing. That's manned by peer mentors who are other students. And of course, we have academic support through our own advisors of studies. And actually, one of the areas that we start right at the start is how do you write an academic essay, and how do you start to write within the context of being at university. So we help and we coach you through that as well. Huge opportunities at Stranmillis, opportunities to get involved with so many different extracurricular activities and different things that happen at Stranmillis, whether those are social, whether those are involve dramatic productions, musical productions, whether those are sporting or interest group societies. And there's a range of other activities that you can find out about when you get here. One of the key ones, of course, is the fact that you can take a semester out of your third year and be able to do some study abroad work. So that's it, I hope, in a little bit of a nutshell. And of course, if there are any questions, we look forward to addressing those with you and for you.